Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. We are currently in the final dungeon of the game, the Ancient Tomb, and we are going to make an attempt in trying to finish it off this episode. This is our progress so far, pretty much halfway across the second floor, which is called the first basement floor, I know. But still, there's still a lot of work to do. If you don't mind, I'm going to get started right away. Otherwise we're definitely not going to make it. Yeah, we need to go over here. Ooh, look what we have here. Just like the outside area, we are once again dealing with these big statues over here. Only this one, unlike the ones outside, does seem to be required to remove at some point. And therefore kind of giving away. These things are indeed something we need to interact with. Just not right now. We will be finding something later on that's going to help us. First we're going to blow up this wall down here. And get bombarded by floor traps. Nah, I'm not scared of you guys. I have way too much health by this point, so... But anyway, at the end of this room, chest containing a small key. And hopefully this guy's going to leave me alone. Goodbye. Let's see if we can actually approach this a little bit smartly this time. Equip your Pegasus seeds. That will make us run faster, as you know. And, okay, never mind. Even the Pegasus seeds don't help you here. You still can't run through them. Now, let's return. That should be everything down here. Next, we want to hit the switch. It would be nice if we can actually do it from here. But no, I wouldn't know how. Music is so trippy here. Next, go over here. Heading towards the corridor that leads to the other one. There's no way around it. Forcing us left again. But now with the blue blocks down, we are actually going to enter this corridor over here. Forcing us to the right into a new room containing a key by the sounds of it. In fact, this guy is actually carrying it. Thank you very much. It gives us 2 keys. And therefore a good ability to actually move on in this place. We want to go right actually. But as you can see, this lock over here is currently facing the other way. So we need to make a loop. Now it will go to the right. We do know how to get there, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. The Stelphos actually respawns. But only one though. Now, let's move on in this area. I'm pretty sure I don't have to defeat all enemies here, so I'm not going to bother. And actually end up at this place again. Yet again we want to go right, but once again this thing is facing the other way. Like this. Stupid ghost, go away. I thought I said I didn't need to kill all of the enemies, and yet I'm still doing it. But anyway, that is how you get right in this place over here. Very tricky and complicated directional puzzle, if you ask me. Yeah. In this room, killing all enemies was not per se required, because we continue on with the key door. Oh, nice, and we get this again. It's been a while. This one does look super complicated with all of the armors in the room. Let's simply try something. Always make sure to get the corners in one line at least. Because otherwise you're definitely going to softlock yourself. But besides that, I think the best way to approach this is just go. Just go. I always find out that the moment you actually start... Oh. Never mind. I was about to say the moment you actually start thinking about puzzles like these, then you actually make them way too complicated. Just trying to find out the route on the go, that usually works the best, but even then you can of course screw yourself. I think I want to go up. I tried going down last time and I actually softlocked myself then. Do this in one line. Yeah, that way it does work. And now... No, I'm stuck. Almost, but not quite. At least the first part was correct, I think. I just think I need to bring a bit of the left side already here. So I don't have to go 2 directions in the end, but only 1. And that way it should work. This. Yeah, this looks good. Yeah, this looks very good. There we go. We get the power glove. Not very surprising. You can now lift heavy objects. Very heavy objects. And I think you can guess what kind of objects those are going to be. You've seen plenty of them already outside and even inside of the dungeon. The level 2 power bracelet. Now, let's go take a look, see what we can all use it for. Ow. Stupid BMOs. This will actually force us up. Not per se a bad thing, because there's a key door here, which will actually lead to the northeastern part of the first basement floor. Ah, nice. There's a statue here for us to try our new power bracelet out. The power glove. And that's indeed able to lift these statues. Now, all of these blocks are actually up. And actually laid out in a special pattern, as you can see. Kinda giving away we actually need to walk over them. So the red ones indeed need to be up. However, first we need to make our way to them. Ah, come on, I'm gonna hit way too much. Here's the switch at least. Let's try to heal up first. Something I'm apparently not allowed to do. Anyway, in that case, let's just move on. As you might have seen by the pattern of the red blocks in the room above us, just putting them down is not going to be the solution, because at the end of the room is going to be blue blocks, and those are going to be up the moment the red one is going to be down. And therefore, we want the red ones to be up, like this. And then move over them, jump to the next one, and then we can actually move to this northern corridor. Pretty interesting puzzle. Where does this lead? All the way to the northwest. And as you might have guessed, this is indeed the only way to get to the staircase with the blue blocks down. And therefore making it accessible. Making us enter the second basement floor for the first time. Truly. And not just to get one of the key items. The compass it was, I think. However, this place also needs to be explored. And it's going to be even bigger than the first basement floor was. And this is going to take a while. Oh, fairy, thank you. First we want to go right. Because mini-boss time. Well, this guy looks kind of familiar. Haven't we fought you a couple of times in Castlevania? However, even though he does look like death, there's actually another boss this guy resembles from the Zelda universe. Namely, Ganon. Because as you may see already, this guy actually shoots some orbs. And we can actually knock them back. At least only one type of orb. This one. And that's indeed how we need to hit him. Make him turn into a bat. And that we can actually damage. Even though there's no Ganon in this game, there is still a Ganon boss. Something that usually happens in Zelda. Always an interesting choice. Having a Ganon type boss in your Zelda game. Although in A Link to the Past it was of course Aghanim. But that's a different story. With the dungeon's mini-boss now defeated, you're pretty much at the halfway point, you might say. And we can move on. And trying to find out the gimmick of the second basement floor. There's going to be one giant puzzle involved here. Before we can actually get to the third basement floor, where the boss is. Pretty annoying puzzle in all honesty. Okay, with the enemies out of the way, let's go get our bearings. Let's open the map. Quickly see where we are. And how this place is actually lined out. We can only go to the left where it looks fit. Oh, more whiz ropes. The game is going to love whiz ropes all of a sudden. However, I'm of course not going to join the game in loving whiz ropes. To the left we've already been, but that's because we actually went there for a chest. We have not truly been in that room. But if we actually go down from here, we actually find the main room of the second basement floor, but we're not ready for that quite yet. So let's go over here first. That ledge up there, that's where we were. Now let's truly go here. Yeah, this looks like a simple puzzle. Like this. And this is actually your way back. But for now, we don't want to go back yet. We just arrived here, so no reason for us to do that quite yet. Where will this lead? We can barely see a switch hook block, so let's use it. And no health. Thank you, game, for not giving me any health. Okay, there's a key in here. There's also floor traps in here. Ow! Ugh. Let's use my Rock's Feather. Best way to avoid these guys. Just jump over them. It's not forbidden to do so. And key! Thank you! And now to get out of this place. Going right. And another chest. But no bleep, and therefore this is going to be a special item. This is going to be a slate. Ooh. And what the hell is a slate? It's not so hard to guess. It actually involves that main room that we briefly saw in the middle of the second basement floor. We will make our way back there at some point. It's also not a surprise that one slate is not going to be enough. This place is going to have multiple of those. Let's go see if we can quickly get back to that main room so we can actually show that off. Right over here. There's 4 pedestals, and in all 4 of them we need to actually input the slate before the giant slab in the middle will actually open up. In all 4 directions of the dungeon we can actually find one. And that's going to be the main puzzle here. Pretty annoying to do, but not so much difficult. It's more of a long and tedious process than the challenging one. We will get there at some point. Underneath these statues we can actually find a staircase. Taking a brief tour to the 3rd basement floor. On a higher ledge, of course, not per se the true 3rd basement floor yet. Let's go over here. I think we need to go across. Yeah, I can see a block over there. Like this. And that is actually where the boss key is hidden. Yeah, pretty random spot, I know. Always thought it was weird. The boss key is actually randomly dispersed like this in this dungeon. Let's go see where this leads. Fun fact, this is actually the room where the boss door is. But of course we cannot reach it from here. Need to go around. Oh, speaking of going around, we have another cube that we can actually push. And oh, that was easy. I was kinda expecting it would be a little bit more difficult. But I'll take it. Let's go right to this minecart. And oh dear, this looks like a floor tile trap. It would be nice if I could actually do one without getting hit at some point in this game, but I'm afraid that's not going to happen. Thank you, sir. If I'm even allowed to call the entity behind this a sir. Not too sure what to think about that. Well, there are plenty of floor trap rooms in this dungeon, at least. This is not the first one we've seen. Let's see that switch over there. Press. And that will open up that wall. And good thing too, otherwise we wouldn't have been able to actually get past. Oh, slippery floor. Interesting. It's kind of random. But still not a problem. That opened up the door over here. So we end up all the way on the eastern part of the second basement floor. And you know what that means? Time for another slate. Here's the second one. And this minecart will actually bring us back to the main part. Yeah, first back to this room. Get his chest. Gash a seat. And let's leave. I don't have to wait for the floor tiles now, so... next we want to go up, I think. We can also go left. Yeah, let's go check it out. We need to go to the bottom left and the top right. Those are the two corners we have not been to yet. And this one leads... Oh yeah, to this room. We've already been here, so let's do this one last, the rest of this direction. Let's go up first, indeed. I think that's a better idea. It's been a while since we've seen these candle enemies. Lighting them on a slippery floor. Doing them one at a time would be a safe option, but who likes safe options? Let's light them all at once. At least if I get the chance to do so. Stupid things. And there we go. I'm almost dead, by the way. So many hearts, and yet I'm still running out. As if this game is becoming hard the further we get. One would almost think that. We know better, don't we? Staircase. Oh yeah, 2D section. A very simple 2D section. Oh, and we end up in the underwater section. How nice. Time for us to actually start working. Long hook time. My favorite weapon to use underwater. Currents. Tricky currents. Very tricky currents even, man. Better get my platforming skills out. Not something you usually need a whole lot in a Zelda game. But sometimes you do. Yeah, there we go. Oh. One tile actually going downward. Nice design, Capcom. Nice design. And another 2D section. Oh, we have two directions this time. We can go left, but we can also go over here. And this place looks a little bit more hidden, so let's go check this one out first. And that will get us to a chest containing slate number 3. It was easy. I want to check out the left. There's also something going over there. It's probably going to be the way back. It's going to be very likely. Yeah, indeed. We end up in the room adjacent to the mini-boss room. Let's go make our way back to the main room. And this one with the slates. We have two of them, so I might as well put them in already. The one from the east and the one from the south. Still one more to do. We know which way we need to go. The only direction we have not been to yet, this one. Let's go see what kind of challenge the game has for us here. There's a couple of random mimics here. Enemies you don't see a whole lot. But might as well kill them. Oh yeah, this part. I always forget about this one. Or not per se forget about them, I always think this part is actually in the Sword and Shield dungeon in Oracle of Seasons. So I always kind of misremember that there's also a part like that in Oracle of Ages, in the Ancient Tomb. Yeah, we've got enough of those. I'm already wasting way too much time. Let's just continue. Get rid of the keys. Otherwise they're no doubt going to bother me while I try to pull the lever over here. That one over there can stay alive from now. I think he's too far away. So let's go try. There we go. Let's turn the lava into stone quickly. And move on. And slate. Oh, that is the final one. Now, let's quickly make our way to the boss. Already have the boss key. I'm already seeing that we're not able to actually beat this dungeon in this episode. We're approaching 20 minutes already. And the boss and the cutscene afterwards are a bit too long, I think. So that's definitely going to be pushed to the next episode. I did try to actually beat this entire dungeon in this episode, but I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to do so. This place indeed turned out a little bit too long. No matter, eventually we will actually beat it, no matter how long it takes. Let's get this final chest over here that we passed earlier. Now that we have the power glove, we can actually get it. It is another Gasha seed. Next we want to go back here. We can actually jump off the ledge here and immediately make our way back to the Slate room. As you may remember. Like this. Let's put the final one in. And the slab will open up. Finally. Takes you an entire episode in the Let's Play video to actually open up this place by the looks of it. Interesting, right? Another simple 2D section. That's the only thing that comes short a little bit in this dungeon, the 2D sections. Those are not really something to write home about. And before closing off the video, might as well open up this place already. Beating the boss is not going to happen in this episode. We can make sure we can immediately get started with the boss the moment the next episode begins. So, let's remove the statue. Throw it onto a keys or something. And that way we are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching Ancient Tomb, at least for the biggest part. The final thing, the boss, is going to happen next time. And then we are going to move on with beating Viren, hopefully. With all of the dungeons completed, our next task is probably going to be taking the fight to the main villain of the game. How that is going to happen and how things will continue, we will find out in the next episode. But first, we need to make sure we beat this final boss of the final dungeon. Treecks out. See you folks in the next one.